Hello, and welcome to Tribal Council number 15 with the Kalinago tribe. We have everyone here except Rachel because she's in Africa. We're just going to get to some questions. So I'm going to start with Joshua. So Josh, you won immunity. You guaranteed yourself a spot in the final five. Like, how does that feel? What's going through your head?
I mean, it feels nice to win. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that I feel like it was essential because, truth be told, I don't think I would have been targeted this round. But I know it's nice to be able to go to bed and feel somewhat okay sleeping before a tribal council because normally it's scary. But yeah, it's nice to be safe.
So you think you wouldn't have been targeted this round anyways?
Unless I'm very unaware, I don't think I would have been targeted. I mean, it's just nice to just be like, well, I'm safe.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to go to Dustin next. So, I mean, at Final Six, can you really feel like you wouldn't have been targeted at some point?
Okay, no offense, but are you gonna? I'll take your power question here now. A power can always be played. You never know what's gonna happen. So I would take safety any day. I never feel so safe in Survivor, so I would take it.
So I guess I'll swing to Silas next. So Silas, Dustin kind of just took the words out of my mouth talking about powers and everything because Dustin thinks he's a producer. But so what are you thinking about powers? 6, 5, those are generally the times powers generally expire in these games. So do you think there are any powers still floating around?
I have no idea, Jordan. I don't know where they would have come from. I certainly don't have them. No one told me about them. There's been much speculation, but I have no idea.
Speculation in terms of
in
any
terms
type of power,
what could exist? Is there a legacy advantage? Is the Bataka idol still floating around somewhere? Is there do people have, I don't know, people could have anything. Was there something else from a leave advantage? So I have no idea, but ultimately I do think this vote is a pretty clear one where if there's not an advantage, I think we know what's happening. I think I know what's happening.
So what do you think is happening then, if it's pretty clear?
I feel like there's one person who knows that they're not in the numbers, and there's the people who are in the numbers, who is the other 5 people.
So Brent, you were kind of waving there as hi, that's me.
Yeah.
So do you think you're kind of screwed tonight?
I don't know. I mean, I've heard my name called for the last 18 tribals that we've had. So obviously I hear it going around again. So I can't answer if I'm going home or not because the votes haven't been out. But let's see if
I guess what have you tried to do to avoid going home tonight then?
Honestly, there's nothing much I can do because as Silas kind of alluded, the numbers are not ideal. So I just have been kind of making peace with it and hoping that big dick energy keeps going on and I'm still here.
So Hunter, is that kind of just everything's going to be cut and dry? Brent, you're done, 5-1, that's it? Then the other 5 are going to head to the final 5 together?
I mean, like you said, you don't know if there's powers in the game or not, but if everything goes as planned, then yeah, I'd say that's a safe call.
Okay, so I guess I'll go back to Silas. So, if that's the case, was there really any discussion of anything else happening this round? Or was it just all right, time to get rid of Brent? That's it?
Jordan, if there was discussion, I was not privy to it because to me, this is the least talkative round we've had. I've not really had any calls with anyone. It basically was as soon as Brent lost the challenge, it was just Brent. So I feel like if there's something going on, I'm not aware of it, but I think it's going to be Brent, to be honest with you.
Okay. Oh, I was about to ask Josh a question, and then he was like, no, bye. All right. So I guess I'll go back to Dustin. So obviously, with finale being 6 days away, how do you really start formulating your end goals now? After tonight, there's 5 people left, and then that's it. You know, finale's on Tuesday. So how do you really try to formulate what am I going to do to get to Tuesday?
I think at this point, everyone should have their individual in-game plans. They should have been set up before Live Night because I think Live Night really cemented everyone's in-game plans. And at this point, it's just like, you know, everyone kind of knows. I think everyone should have their own route. If you think that the game is in 5 days, and if you don't have a plan right now, you might want to make one.
Okay, so I guess I'll go to Brent. Has anyone really come to you about endgame plans? You know, if tonight's just so by Brent 5-1, like you're headed to jury.
No, not really. No, ever since fucking Jaden left, it's been pretty quiet over in Brent camp. So I don't think they're really worried about my jury vote. Because there's snakes in the grass.
So I guess, like, if they're not worried about your jury vote, what is something that you would say to them right now in, like, that's advantageous for you staying in the game?
I've got nothing to say, man. My back's against the wall here, so I have no leverage at all.
I kind of laughed at that snake in the grass because I flashed back to whenever you threw a snake/anal beads.
Oh yeah, there's anal beads in the grass.
Okay.
But now there's ultimately, Jordan, I can't control what happens tonight. I'm here, and we'll see what happens at the end, I guess.
Okay, so Hunter, you know, Brent kind of touched on it that he doesn't think people really care about his jury vote. And, you know, the jury gets to watch tribal councils. Like, they're watching you tonight. And at the end of the day, like, it's going to turn to the jury to decide who wins. So is that true that really, like, no one here cares about Brent's jury vote? It's just kind of like, let's finally get Brent out.
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily true. I mean, I try not to think a shit ton about jury votes right now because jury votes don't matter unless you get to the final 3. So it's more so focusing on making the final 3 and then hoping that the jury will respect your game once you get there and you're able to convince them to vote you to win. So I don't. Yeah, it'd be nice to secure a jury vote, but that jury vote won't matter unless I'm in the final 3.
Okay. So Joshua, have there really been discussions of if it's a final 2 or a final 3, or what's going on with that?
First off, was it just me that was kicked from this broadcast?
Yeah, it was literally only you.
What? Wow. Okay, I was very curious because I just kind of disappeared. Nothing happened. But anyway, in terms of speculation, final 2 or final 3, I think everyone has been speculating pretty much this entire game. I think after Live Night, it seems like, I mean, if you've taken a 3-day break, are you then going to be able to cram 4 rounds into the space of like a week? I'm sure you could if you really cared and wanted to, but quite frankly, like that just sounds like too much effort. I know if I was a host, I would not be bothered to do that. But there's definitely been speculation about what's gonna happen. I don't think anyone fully knows. I definitely think it's gonna be a 3 based on what was said in the chat. But who knows what's going to come out? Maybe some weird leaf twist. Those could pop up for all we know and decide, hey, you got the least leaves. You're now in 3rd place. Shame. So anything could happen. So we'll just see what happens. But there's been speculation.
God, that'd be so demonic. Oh, man. I wish I would have thought of that preseason. That would have been fucked. All right. Does anyone else have anything that they would like to say before we get to voting? Any last minute please pitches? Fights. No, I'm in a fighting mood. I was surrounded by gays all weekend. All right, so one by one, I'll call you guys on Skype. You know the drill. Hands up in the air and wave them like you just don't care.
Hunter, don't you dare touch that steering wheel.
Bitch, my ass was about to run out of fucking gas. I had to go get gas. Oh.
Is it just me that sees Hunter as a square? I'm assuming it's just me, yeah.
Can I help you?
A square?
Yeah, so like I see his camera. It's in like a square, like you know, like
Because he's on his phone, I think. So because it's
Yeah.
oh.
It's the same
Oh, he's
shape
gone
as
now.
other people's for me.
Let me.
You're a square too,
Because I'm on
Joshua.
my phone.
No, Josh was up the tiny screen for me.
Yeah, it seems. Oh yes, and yeah. Now when I flip it this
Oh
way
yeah,
around.
Josh is a little square for me. Maybe just camera's bad.
Yeah, just because I just turned it round, so I was just seeing. Yeah, so when I turn it round, I see Hunter normally, and I see used to as squares.
Oh, okay. I'll be back.
Okay, so it's alphabetical this time. I remember there was that one time in which it went in like a really weird order. Like I thought it was gonna be alphabetical.
Right.
I ended up being like last, even though I'm like middle alphabetically.
I'm always last.
Well, I feel like in the questionings, I'm usually first or last.
No, I'm always last because I'm last alphabetically.
In terms of voting, I feel like voting gets flipped around each time. I feel like it's like alternates direction.
I know. I would rather be like in one of the middle positions, so you always go.
I wasn't
middle.
here
feel
last
like
time, so I don't know what order you went in. Sorry.
Oh hi, George. Why are you here? Go get votes.
Because I hear you guys in the background.
I love that. Whenever I call people, I feel like people always catch me like singing along to it because it happens every time I call someone.
I always sing along to it. I always do a little dance.
Jaden would always be dancing every time you called him. Or he called you.
Is it that sound when you get called or when you call someone, or is it both?
When you get called.
Yeah,
What
when
is
you
it?
call someone.
Oh no, when you call no.
It's both.
Yeah. Is it both?
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
I feel like it used to be both, but I don't know if it still is. Either way, I know whatever it is, either way it's a bop. But like it's more I feel like I don't
when you
I don't
call someone,
dance
it goes with like buzzing.
Did you guys know that for the rap challenge we tried to get RT to do that as like his backing rap like track?
That would have been like fire, dude.
He didn't do it. I told him to do it and he wouldn't.
And they were losing that challenge.
He could have like went on YouTube and found like a trap version of it.
There is a trap version. I linked it to him and he didn't use it.
Wait, I need to leave. Wait a sec. This is the worst part. Is like trying to leave this.
Dustin, if we had won that, RT would not have been rocked out. Isn't that crazy?
He should have used the trap remix.
There you go.
Except him and Rachel had done a back to back on the. I didn't see Rachel rap on that still.
Oh. Do you guys like trap music? Like those kind of like Trap Nation the songs on YouTube and shit?
I love a good like trap remix of like a pop song. Like
do you remember that song I'm Blue from like the 90s?
Oh yeah.
There's a Trap Nation version on YouTube and it's literally the catchiest song of all time. Like I jam out to it at work all the time and people get annoyed at me.
Going to that is so fun because you can like hear. It's like listening to live feeds because you can like hear the call still.
Oh, can you? Oh, it's because we're talking for once. We finally just like gave up at this point, just sitting here awkwardly for 20 minutes while people vote.
Oh my god, it was the worst time. Remember, well, Brent, you went there, but remember when we had that revote.
Oh, the revote was the worst fucking thing because we were all just angry, mean mugging each other.
Josh, you missed the other revote. It was fucking anxious. I was having.
I was fine. I was sleeping. So.
It was the worst. Like
I mean, I wasn't fine after the vote because I was throwing up, but during the vote,
me and Luke were like the closest, and it was like he like gave us an opportunity to like pitch if we deserved to stay in the game, and neither one of us were like willing to throw each other under the bus. It was just like, it was awful. But that's kind of how merge has been for me the whole time. All my friends.
Yeah, you haven't had the best merge.
Well,
I should probably just wait in my truck and not go in.
Honestly, at this point, yeah, because I'm going to read the votes here soon.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Silas to come back.
Hey, Kilby.
Oh, Kilby's here.
Oh, we can put our hands down, right?
There's Silas.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Blue.
All right.
You're one of the twist and changing devices.
All
Kicking me off.
right. I have the votes. Once the decision is read, it is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately and leave all chats so they are in. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol or power and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
I was like, did you just unmute to just like spit your dip into your bottle? All right, with that, let's get to the votes. First vote. Brent. Second vote. Oh, they're stuck together.
Why?
Silas. Third vote. Brent. Fourth vote. Silas.
Sneaky,
Two votes
sneaky.
Silas.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
Fifth vote. Silas.
Oh my god. Wow.
Sixth vote. And the 14th person voted out and the 6th member of our jury.
Good job,
Silas.
guys. You guys are so tricky.
No one tells me anything.
Silas,
sorry.
You guys are
if you have
so-
anything to say, now would be the time.
Well, I think you guys made a smart move. Yeah. Congratulations, Brent. Congratulations, all of you.
Silas,
Thank you. I had so much
Time for
fun.
you to go.
Bye,
It's
Silas.
fine. I love you guys.
Bye, Silas.
And with
Why did you
that,
not tell me?
with that, you're down to 5. Immunity will be posted tomorrow.